Hello everyone and welcome to the XTC. Today we have a game between today we have a game between Blair Gray from New Zealand and Dmytro Nakonechnyi or something like this. Sorry if I'm very off, from Ukraine. And as a co-host we have Simon Wills from the Tauntaun Squadron. Hello Simon.
Good morning, Nils. How are you? It is very early. I must really like this entire tournament to be up. It's 7:30 for me in the morning, and I can't wait for this. These are two good lists.
Yeah, that's that was some interesting list there, and yeah, it's early morning. It's a bit less early for me. It's 8:30 up in Norway, but it's nice to catch up on games of yeah from the Pacific area. That's quite fun.
It is.
I put my face on the left side of the board, so I will be cheering for New Zealand because that's what happened. I don't have any particular reason to, but that's where I had space. So you will be in charge of cheering for Ukraine.
That is absolutely not a problem. I watched them in the Euros during the week, so that's absolutely fine. Go with the Baltics.
All right. Then while the players are finishing setting up, can you run us through the list that we have on the Ukraine side?
Not a problem. So Dmytro from Ukraine has got a 3-ship list that is really quite interesting. It's a Major Vinder in the Alpha class Starwing, pretty much fully loaded. He has a fire control system to give him a reroll once he's locked with 1 dice. 2 things of torpedoes, advanced proton and normal torpedoes. Advanced slam, which is great on the Starwing, but even better when you combine that with the OS1 arsenal loadout, which I haven't seen that often in competitive play. So if people don't know what it is, it's when you have exactly 1 disarm token. So in other words, after you've slammed, you can still perform ordnance attacks against targets you have locked, but you can't spend the lock during the attack. I'm really keen to see how often that's used. Also has the Grand Inquisitor in his V1, and it's just in his V1. He's completely naked. And then the biggest Vader I have ever seen at 83 points. All 4 things filled up with height, fire control system, proton rockets, and afterburners. That's an interesting list.
It is the Vader that heavy. I mean, to have a heavier Vader, you have to put in a TIE Defender. That's pretty.
Yeah, but it's still, like 30 points cheaper
Yeah.
than the Defender one. So maybe that's why I went for the original Big Daddy Vader in the X1 from A New Hope. But yeah, I'm going to be interesting to see how this actually plays out.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Major Vinder, I think that's basically the normal Hatchetman, as it's called, build. With a...
Yeah, over here, I don't see OS1 that often. Obviously, I've seen them with the 2 protons before and the fire control system, and obviously the slam is a must-do to get him either in or away from action, depending on how much health that he has in that Starwing. But then the Starwing doesn't really have that much health anyway. It's 3 shields and 4 hulls, so it's going to be fun.
But without OS1, then it just doesn't work because he can't attack after doing the slam. So
Absolutely.
That's really the 0 point, extremely good option. All right, and on the other side of the table we have Blair, so from New Zealand, who's playing some Scum list today, and he brought Torquil Mux, the horrible guy that puts the opponent initiative 0, which might actually be very relevant in the matchup today. On Torquil Mux he has the infamous and ever-present Zam Vessel, as well as the Moldy Crow title. He also brought 1 Mining Guild TIE Fighter with Captain Seavor, so that's the Initiative 3 named TIE Fighter, and the Morg Sable Closure upgrade, which of course with the Mining Guild TIE Fighter you can use by just going through rocks, suffering no consequences, and then being able to drop a strain to an enemy ship. And then to pepper all that, it's the 3 Cartel Marauders, so not the 5 Cartel Marauders that made this very famous list earlier in the game, but just 3 of them to go with Torkel and Sivor.
I do like Kerax fighters. That just reminds me of like version 1 of this game. I love them. I think the cartels are superb little ships. You know, at 6 hull each, there's 18 in just those little 3. And then I think Torkel could be MVP for Blair. I really do. That's when you're up against a list with really high initiatives like Vader, this could be bad.
Yeah, that's really gonna be quite important. Like when you fly Torkel against the swarms, like oh well. But against triple aces, that's putting Vader at 0 and initiative killing Vader. That's so infuriating.
That's an 83-point Vader as well. I mean, that's what 17 points short of half of the list.
Yeah.
So to me, that looks like Dmytro has went, okay, well, I'll put Vader down here because obviously at I6 he could have put him anywhere. Do you think he's using Vader to kind of bait everybody to rush down here and allow the other 2 to get round for flanks or try and get in behind?
Yeah, I mean,
because he could have made him a lot safer than this.
Yeah, so Vader is just a bait there.
Yeah, and well, an awful lot of I used to play imp bases a lot, and like I used to have the pulp shuttle with Fel and Vader, and I always used to use Vader as bait. He would always be the closest one, and then he would just exit real fast, but not in the first turn. You would kind of keep him, maybe do like a 2 forward to kind of make sure that they follow you. Because he has afterburners, he can disappear off, and that's maybe a good use for it. So let's see what he does. Is he going to go behind the rock? So he does. Perfect. That's exactly what I would have done.
And then just a roll there, hiding all the way. I'm trying to set up a prediction so people in the chat can vote for their favorite list, but I'm having issues.
I think these are 2 very sort of hinting to the old school lists, and that makes me happy. I have seen so many Zamgo matches in the XTC. I have seen so many Resistance Beef and Heritani lists in the XTC. These are 2 pretty unique lists. So Torkel and Keraxes, that's sweet. And imp bases instead of, say, a whole load of TIE fighters and yeah, that I think this is going to be an interesting game.
It will. All right, I don't manage to get the prediction for some reason. Who will win is not an acceptable name for a prediction. Trish is like, no, this is very rude. What? Anyway, well, who do you think will win? What's your matchup favorite here? Simon.
Who do I think will win?
Yeah.
I think it's literally going to come down to how quickly Dmytro can kill Torkel. So I'm pretty sure that Blair is more than aware of that, which is why at this minute, bottom of the screen, Torkel with his turret pointing straight up is going to be the furthest away, so maximum range for anybody trying to shoot him.
Yeah.
So, but if Vader can get some rockets in there, it's a 5-die attack. If you can get the advanced proton torpedoes in there, that's another massive attack. So, Torkel could explode, but in saying that, Torkel gets to make somebody I0 first. So,
which will
if Dmytro can kill Torkel in, say, the second round of engagement, I am definitely. I mean, I'm cheering for Ukraine anyway because I love the Empire. So I'm going to say the Empire win.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's not an easy matchup for the Scum there. It might be really hard, and early damage can be very brutal here. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely play the Imperial lists. That's more my style, but you know, I'm gonna cheer for the Scum. There's potential here to like really wreak havoc and get some bad shots in that would hurt.
Well, we all know that green dice fail a lot.
Yeah.
So you know, it's you can. I have seen range 3 through an asteroid and Sinterfell with a stealth device explode, actually from a Kirax, and just absolutely just killed on everything.
Bye
And the
bye.
Kirax has 3 hits, so things happen.
Yeah, things
I think I
happen.
was right about Vader. He's baited him to come in. Blair took the shortcut between the 2 asteroids, but Vader's going, no. I'm away to see my young apprentice at the top of the street.
Yeah, that's yeah, that was more than expected. You couldn't hear that, but someone in the chat just played one of the audio alert I have set up, and it got very dancey.
So close, but no cigar from Green.
Yeah. Close, but no cigar. For about 2 years, I could not remember that expression, and I was saying close, but no chicken.
Chickens are equally as good to replace as a cigar and probably an awful lot more healthy.
Yeah. And then someone says close but no cigar. I was like, oh yeah, that's the right expression. Oh, I guess it you know, it got the point across or something.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I do like where the Star Fortress is. I like that. You know, a couple of big slams to get it down into the side. But then I do like the fact that he has broken off Seavor from the rest of the sort of mini swarm of the Karaxes. So
Yeah.
possibly engagement, maybe.
Yeah, the things there is, I was kind of thinking maybe he actually tried to get the Seavoy in a place where he would go through the rock this round, but I don't think he will if he tries to go to Vinder.
Probably not. It'll all pretty much depend whether Vinder sort of slams. I can't see any blocking going on. We might get a couple of little long range shots, possibly.
So the
I think it's all going to plan for both of them. I think both of them should be kind of happy. Torgal's got both his focuses, and all is good in the world.
Yeah. And then the Kirax there probably going for too hard, pointing the guns towards Vinder if he gets around there.
To be fair, I'd probably do a 2 bank lift and start getting up a wee bit. But in saying that, there's nothing stopping Vinder slamming in and smashing one of those with those torpedoes. So possibly the 2 hard may actually be the better maneuver. And
that's what he goes for.
You called that right, sir.
Haha. Yeah, for all of them keeping the block there.
Guns on target, as we say in Ireland.
That's what matters. Torgal, just 1 banking.
All the focus in the galaxy.
And what is he doing with Seavor? I haven't played these guys very much. I'm not totally sure how they really fly.
So essentially, they've got the same dial as a bog standard TIE. So really agile, quite fast, and the fact that they can just utterly ignore asteroids links so well into Morg. It's really good. You don't want to be in bullseye. Oh dear. There is a bullseye.
And the Vinder just opting for not slamming, just like, yeah, that's a good spot there. I can blast you.
Yep, I think that's kind of nice.
And he might actually be out of reach of Torgal, so just actually shooting at the high initiative. Getting rid of Seavor, probably. I mean, that's going to be... I'm not sure.
Seavor's a very, very annoying ship. You know, for something that only has 3 hull, it's about as annoying as how Runner used to be in the big Imperial swarms.
And then we see 244 for Tolkol. And the first shot, is it range 1? It doesn't appear so. So it's range 2, so that's going to be just a non-advanced proton torpedo. Basic one. Still 4 dice.
So 4 and a 3.
And let's see what happens. Oh, that's a pretty bad first roll, but there's of course a lock to try to make that better.
Target locks always work. Always. Oh, it's yeah. I was about to say before neutralized steps sometimes happens, but another hit and another crit, so that's
Okay.
decent. That could kill him.
That does. Boom. Pop,
And that
pop, 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 pop.
was not only the first shots, but
First shot,
boom.
first kill.
Wow,
Okay.
that's incredible.
And
Wow.
a doubly damaged engine. Leaving the crit for later. the direct hit for later. Oof. That's painful. That's 31 points up in smoke.
Straight away.
Yeah.
We should get a return here, and we do at range 3.
Do we get from green as well? Probably green as well, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I would assume green. Will get
Oh, that's some hot dice there.
Like, kill my friend, will you?
There's going to be some revenge happening there.
Let's see what Dmytro rolls.
Not
these dice.
Not quite as bad as Sivor, but not great either. There's 2 shields out.
Oh, that's what shields are for. You don't worry about anything that goes in the shield.
And that green just in the corner. Pop, pop, pop.
Wow. Wow.
And
I mean, like, what can you say to that? That is just incredible. I mean, that is
violence.
just ridiculous.
And a direct hit.
512 to 1 to roll 3 natural crits.
That's when you really want to actually bring your old friend Sonny Bounder.
Oh, absolutely. Sonny is such a great ship. It's
such a pleasure when she works. It's not often, but when she does,
But when she does, she's bordering on being broken. So 5 damage.
Yeah.
But still there. That's the important bit. For Ukraine, Binder is still there. The problem is that the Inquisitor and Vader seem to be prancing around the rocks like it's a summer's day in a field. They are way out of the fight at the minute. I can't believe we lost a ship in the first engagement. That's. This is worth getting up for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What you want? Choose violence. That should be the tagline of this game. Not skirt around the board for 60 minutes and then sweep in, take half a ship and run away for the last 10. This is X-Wing.
Yeah, yeah. I really hate when things go super slow.
But some of the very best players in the world believe that is the very best way to play this game, which is why you and I are streaming.
And they are playing.
And we're not actually playing yet. So we're not actually in the Irish team, but at the moment I'm a sub. So everybody in the team that I am with are loving everything. They're meeting so many lovely people like we have always done in this game. We've got such a brilliant community.
We do.
It's a delight to kind of bring these games and see 38 countries from around the world actually be able to play without leaving their bedrooms or their living rooms. I think this is fantastic.
Yeah, that's That's exciting to see all these games all the time. 24/7 X-Wing.
Oh, it's fantastic. I have a
Victory.
game myself tonight in Group C.
Yep.
We do the Ireland one. It's Jonathan versus Stepjan from
Ooh, a bump from Tokyo.
Croatia. So
Yep.
that's later on. That's in the calendar, guys. If you want to look at it later on, we're on YouTube, so come and join us. You're more than welcome. He decides enough of this malarkey. Think he'll take an action, or will he just stay there? I think he can take the one shot from the side arc from Torgal.
Yeah, that's not too. Ooh, going around. Nah, he's not gonna get arc there.
Trying to get around the back. That's what I like about that thing. You know, it can still take an action and all that sort of stuff, and that'll go straight onto Torgal. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to see from Ukraine. So well played indeed.
Ooh, the Grand
We
Inquisitor
hard
there
blue
getting
war.
maybe a bit in the fray. Probably rolls out of some arcs.
So now here's the question. Grand Inquisitor doesn't have anything whatsoever.
No.
How nice would that have been if he'd had the procket instead of Vader? Because he could have boosted in, linked it to the focus to then fire that procket and take something out. I think all the ordnance will probably go into Torgal if he's got any sense. And does the standard thing on a V1 and evades. Yep, well done.
Yeah, it's a bit. If you bring a procket in this list, I would have put it on the Inquisitor. I have to be honest. Like Vader is brutal enough on his own.
He with his 3 force and height to pretty much always have 3 force, because it's anytime he takes a damage, you refill your force by that amount that you've done. With a 3 bank to a 1 bank to the left for the boost. Looking okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets a target lock to spend that force for his extra action. I like this.
Yeah.
Making him a 3-die attack thing, man. I like that.
Yeah, spending a force for a focus, because why not?
That's what it's there for.
Yeah. All right. So
leads into a great round next. Like a slam from the Star Fortress after these rounds of shooting. Has Vinder got a crit?
No. Well, he got a direct hit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So in the end, Vinder bled half his points, and so now we're 31-31. Oh, Vader, 3 focuses. Well.
Yeah, I'll spend that focus, thanks. Make that a crit because of advanced targeting computer.
Oh, nothing on the Kirax.
Blair.
Oh, taking hit crit through a rock at range 3. Ugh.
You see, green dice will let you down.
They will.
And it's disgraceful how often that actually happens. So console fire to add insult to injury.
Console fire on Mr. Green. Tick, 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 tick. Where's the console fire? There. Also bleeding the half point there.
Yeah, it certainly is.
All right, Grand Inquisitor.
So 7 green dice he's rolled and has got nothing each time. That's.
There's been one evade.
It's not normal.
There was one evade. One.
Well, true.
Or something.
That's true.
Or was it Vinder that had one evade?
Inquisitor?
One.
Bridge. Hooray!
Safe.
An evade.
Did not spend the force to prevent the range bonus there. Not quite worth it.
No, not really.
Wants to be safe on the shot back. That was not the time to check Vinder. Vinder has been made to 0.
Yep. So it's going to be
range
side
2 not
outside.
obstructed. So 2 versus 2.
Yep.
Oh, 3, because Vinder has a disarm token, so he gets an extra die.
Yes, indeed. So 2 hits from Blair, and that gets just shrugged off.
And no range from red.
Hit.
There should be range from yellow there. Yeah, range 3 to the Inquisitor. So 3 versus 4. With an evade and 2 force. Rolls hit crits.
Should be okay, but it is still a hit crit. Let's see if the green lets him down.
No, he's good. And a follow-up from green. That's going to be through the rock, though. Console fire.
And green has a console fire, so needs to roll for the console fire, and of course that happens.
Takes the damage down to 2 hull.
Yeah. But 3 die attack. Let's see if he can roll some more hits.
On crit.
And then that focus may as well hit crit.
Yeah. 5 dice for the Inquisitor with 2 force and an evade token.
Blimey, mate.
Yeah. That would have been kind of upsetting to get damage there on that shot.
Yeah, that would have been very upsetting. Lots of these long downtown obstructed shots actually going straight through, so that's a little bit more like normal.
As Mr. Green proved it to us a few seconds ago.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oof, yeah.
I think you'd probably want to get rid of that console fire as quick as possible. Problem is, Ukraine are in a really good spot at the top of the board. They're actually at a really good spot at the bottom, but then there's got 4 ships that can probably just focus fire on one and may get a ship off the board himself here if the maneuvers are right.
Yeah, I think Green just ignores the fact that it has console fire because it's probably going to get shot by Vader anyway. So get somewhere where he has some potential to shoot at something, and then just cross his fingers.
Well,
Or go fast trades,
right? Can't they?
Yeah.
Correct.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I would do with him. Make him the blocker and a sacrificial lamb, but have everything else sparring at whatever's coming in.
Whatever gets blocked, yeah.
He may get a block on the Inquisitor. He'd probably die to Vader, because Vader still has the lock. But if it's only one attack coming through instead of 2 attacks from the V1 and the X1, that's maybe a thought. He might just go very slow. I mean, it's
always.
I'm sure we're about to find out.
Yeah, very soon. Seems that the dials are ready. We have the card for Zam Vessel being set up. Then we should get some movement. Yeah, the 3 bank on green. You called it, trying to block something, but the Evader can just go 1 or 2 straight and.
Yeah,
spell.
I love in version 2, like the version we're playing now. The X1 is so much better. The slowest forward move for Vader was at 2. And now he's got the 1 forward. So, I mean, that's exactly what I'm going to call Vader to do. And then just absolutely make green explode.
And there we just.
But I do like that move.
I'm guessing Blair there is going to try to get Tokal to put a 0 on Vader to be able to shoot at Vader before green gets removed.
Yeah, so a couple of 1 banks, all focuses. That's pretty good. That's a
you go for the 2
not a kill box, more like the the back end. Oh, and a clip. Yeah.
1 bank bump. That's not exactly what he meant.
No, that's unfortunate.
I would have gone for like a 2 hard or something, like try to go between the 2 rocks there and have my side arc pointing at the 2 ACs at the top to put one of them down. That's not the choice that was made.
Dmytro just checking exactly the range that Torkel can do, and he's probably found out to his chagrin that Vader will be shooting last.
Yeah.
Unless he afterburners out or gets out of that range, but that's going to be quite difficult.
All right, so we have Vinder going for first a 1 bank to get rid of his stress token.
Yeah, no shot at the minute, so will he slam?
I mean, there's really no point not to.
Of course he's going to slam.
But that was probably a 2 bank to 2 hard, yeah. Getting
Yep, and a focus on
everything.
Torgal.
That's gonna
Torgal, I
be.
believe, only has the one focus left. He might have two.
He might have two. But he has an advanced proton torpedo coming at him there. That's gonna hurt real bad. Grand Inquisitor just getting
Disappears.
out of there. And same for Vader, actually.
Wonderful flying. Wonderful flying there.
Yeah. Really seeing
Precision.
exactly what's going to happen. And the 3 hard was the only thing that would fit there. The 2 would have, of course, bumped. So really good call. Gonna go for the auto thrusters or whatever it's called. And yeah, coming there, getting a shot at Torkul as well. Oops, I should put my hand in
That's
the
just
cover.
good flying. So 2 shots in here from Ukraine. Except Vader's going to be last. But there's not an awful lot that that Blair can do right now.
Not really, no.
Does he get a shot on Vader from Torgal? It looks like he does.
Yeah.
Yep, he's got a 3-die shot into Vader. So range 2. Oh, how close was that to range 1?
Oof, quite. Yeah, it's range 1, but not in arc. So he puts a 0 on Vader, but still gonna have to weather the advanced proton torpedo from Vinder first. That's 5 dice coming in.
And I think at the minute, with the greatest of respect to Blair and New Zealand, the game plan so far for Ukraine has been perfect.
Very good.
And that's not bad.
And the focus for
and
everything.
The focus for, oh good grief, 4 hits and a crit, which would be enough for him to die.
It's 2 crits, of course, because of the
the
torpedo itself.
So hit is the 2 shields.
And then 2 crits.
Evade on the first one.
Panic pilot, not great.
Panic pilot breach. And hull breach.
Not bad.
At least the hull breach came out second.
Yeah.
So that could be worse. But that 2 stress going on there and only 1 health. It does trigger Zam, so there's 1 charge and a target lock.
Target lock onto Vinder. That's not really what he wanted, but it's free.
Not really. It's so unfortunate that he bumped there, and I was actually a bit surprised he bumped, but there goes the crit tokens going on to.
He put the wrong one. He actually put it on the damage engine of the Dead Sea War.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's not really any point to talk much about the hull breach. There's only 1 hull left, so.
There's only 1 hull left. What's happening with it is not so bad, to be fair.
Yeah, that hull breach is a completely blank crit.
Horrible. That and fuel leak, if you get that early on a big hulled ship, they're disastrous.
Then that's
but when you've only got 1 left, it's pretty much you've just taken a hit and don't worry about it.
Yeah. I've seen some quite insane crit strings when you get a hull breach first and then you start getting the direct hits and the few leaks and they just
pop. This console fire is actually become a problem. He's very lucky. He rolled the crit there, so
yeah, but I think he still put damage on himself, which is not how this works. Oof. Are we gonna get any judge right now to come and fix this?
So console fire is only on a hit result. He rolled crit, but yeah, it's he did the barrel roll to the right to try and block the 3 from Vader and failed only by a little amount. Hit crit. That's spends all his force to make those evades. So wow. Takes shield. I would say if Torkel has got any friends and family, now is the time to send a HoloNet message that he loves them.
Something like that, yeah.
So
Not a
that's
great shot from
not
Bader,
right.
but that's still gonna be hit crit.
That's still hit, crit.
And that's still a very
Nothing
dead
can save
Torkel.
Torkel.
No.
Good thing there to not spend that focus to ensure the death. So
That takes a direct hit. It's
good
continuing. Yeah,
guess.
there's more cards, and those also are crits, and the wounded pilot, and
That's so. If you're
oh,
gonna die, do it with style.
oh,
That is
jeez,
the
how
best
many?
death I've seen
That
in the XTC so far. That's brilliant.
that's a burner
But it's got
card.
rid of a lot. That this is, I mean, all joking aside, that is brilliant because that is several direct hits that are gone.
Yeah, true.
So that is actually not as bad as it could have been. So yes, it's hilarious when it happens, but at the same time, you're kind of now knowing that in your damage deck, those are out of the way.
Yeah.
Because
once you leak the
I
Orbital Breach
genuinely
to
now,
direct,
because Green is disappearing off, he needs to, with like just over 40 minutes to go, kind of go around that asteroid and flip that console fire down. Because he still has 2 hull left. And why on earth would you take anything else as your action and then swing them back around again?
all right, Filippo apparently says that he has or will jump in their chat to tell them that crit should not be there, or that account shouldn't be there. Well, I don't see him in the chat room. Well,
no, I don't see him either yet.
He says, done, thanks, Niels. I don't know what he's done, but let's believe him.
Well, so thank you for giving me Ukraine to shout at. However, I think this game is absolutely nowhere near over. He's got 3 Kiraxes still to go. That's not a bad thing to have. And 2 of them are completely untouched.
Yeah, but it's still the Vader's proton rocket is still there. There's still 1 proton torpedo, and of course, Vinder has the option to reload the advanced proton torpedo. So we might actually see some temporization there from the Imperial player, trying to get.
I think it's time to sort of regroup for Ukraine, and it's time for Blair to start getting pretty creative, decide what he's going to do. That I would not have done that move.
No, that's
I would have done
fire on
something else.
Red through the rock there. Oof. No damage, at least.
He deserves a bit of good luck with some dice, and that is one. So I assume the same here from the yellow, which it is. And the good thing about the Karax is they've got quite a few decent blue maneuvers. So there does a 1 forward to get rid of that stress. I'd kind of interesting choice. Is he going to take? Yeah, he is. So target lock. Neither of those have had any damage at all yet.
Nope.
Goes for yellow.
Yellow, that's unobstructed. That's gonna be a proton torpedo, I think.
I would say so. For Grand Inquisitor, I don't think has shot anything, has he?
Not yet.
No, I think he's just skirted around and just at the minute.
He defended once.
I can't remember him actually shooting anything. I could be completely wrong though.
He probably shot because he defended, and they were pointing at each other. Not sure he did anything, but again, Vader just going away. And first shot is gonna be into yellow. The question is he gonna go with the torpedo? I mean, I would.
We shall see pretty soon. That sounds like.
Yep, that sounds like Lord Ice. And that's the last torpedo from Binder. A pretty average roll to start with.
Yeah. But again, the wonders of target locks. So
That's gonna
3,
be
not
hit,
bad. Make
hit,
1 a
and
crit. So 1 is going through.
2.
2 is
Oh,
going
the
through.
crit is
So
gonna
a hit
stick.
and the crit goes through as well onto yellow. Off goes shield.
And it's a loose
The loose
stabilizer.
stabilizer.
Well, that would be worse on red.
Yes, that would be that would be a lot worse on red. But speaking of, an obstructed range 3 in the Vinder. And this is what I like about Kiraxes. You've got 3 attack and you've got 3 of them. And sadly, because of the K, it's only the 1. So Vinder should be okay here.
Yeah.
And he is.
Unobstructed into Vinder. Vinder does not have his disarm token, so he will take only a 3 dice, and that's 3 hits.
Netty.
That could... No, that will not be the end of Vinder. But only just Vinder down to 1 hull.
Indeed. And that's the problem with the Star Fortress. It isn't as beefy as, say, the Shuttle, but can do probably a lot more. And payoff is you get an extra dice in defense and can shoot a lot better out the front. But it's only 7, so I think Vinder's not long left for this world in the next turn. Unless he slams him away and keeps him happy. Vinder's done enough work already.
Yeah, but there's... Where could he safely go without getting bumped?
Where could Vinder go? So he could go left.
Too hard and then slam too hard the other way and then just go over the big rock there. Yeah, that would absolutely work.
Yeah, I mean, that's at least it's given him the range bonuses and all that sort of stuff, and he can still take an action, so he can still take a focus for a bit of defense. Or he could just bank 2 and then bank round the side, because I assume the Kiraxes are coming straight down the middle to clear the stress. So like
just
maybe any blue maneuver for them to get rid of that is highly optimal. Green does need to get rid of that console fire.
I'm not sure what red does, because the 2 and 3 are the blues for the Kirax, and both 2 and 3 I think landed on the rock.
So I'll just have a quick So the Kirax, as you say, is they've got both bank 1s are blue.
Yeah.
The 2 banks and the straight 2 and the straight 3 are all blue. So they've got 6 that they can do. So possibly
he went for the
red
2 bank
to the
and
right.
the roll there. Yeah. That was
and then do
just
that,
2 straight.
and that is pretty good. And if I was doing anything, green does either the 2 forward to remove the stress and then puts that console fire down.
Yeah, that's 2
Do
bank.
the bank, gets rid of that, and then put that down. Go on, Blair. Good man. Good man.
Yeah. He fixed it. Yeah. He didn't remove the token. Yeah, they're doing it now. Perfect. All right.
All good. Board state perfect. 3 hard turns.
Well, perfect, except there's still 1 too many cards on the board. But
yes, there is also that. Yes.
So my interface is currently, I think, not agreeing with him. Or did they actually fix it? There's 3 cards. My interface does agree. Oh, maybe they did fix.
Yeah, I think they did fix it. Yeah, I think they did. So the green Kirax should have the 2, and Vinder has 1 left after taking 3. Oh, we're gonna get pews.
Yeah.
Oh goes for the barrel roll. Will he stress himself to take the focus? And I don't think yellow's got him an orc. And I think red's probably going to shoot the Kerax to try and take it out. Vader disappears for tea.
Yeah. Nope, not today.
Absolutely not interested in playing at the minute. But that's the sign of a good ice player. It's like, I've done some pretty severe damage. I'll just float around here and re-engage when it suits me.
Yes.
So Enki gets to fire first. Will he spend his range bonus this time? Into red. And does. 4 hit crit.
Hop. Oh, red takes hit crit. That's yet another crit that's gonna stick through. Shield crit. The crit is a few leak.
Few leak.
That's
now,
not
that's
great.
not
the first
good.
One.
That needs to get sorted quite quickly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want something that is, suffer crit, then you suffer an extra damage, and then get an extra. No, that's not nice.
No. No shot there. So red is the only shot, either back at the Inquisitor or
Has
into
to go
Vinder.
into Vinder.
Yeah. Just
if
one goes through, it's bingo.
Yeah. So 3v3.
4 because Vinder does have his bonus die there.
Oh, he does have his. Yes, he does.
No
2 hits is pretty good.
Safe. 2
evades equally as good. That's a real shame for New Zealand's.
Oh, look at this.
I have to say, your logo, New Zealand, is the best logo in the entire tournament. It is absolutely marvelous. What we wanted from Ireland was a pint of Guinness and an X-wing on it, and decided to go for a shamrock. Your logo's just. Every time I see it, I'm even laughing now.
I mean, it is absolutely hilarious. Amazing. It is, however, not their creation. It was an actual official entry for the change of flag in New Zealand in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah. Someone entered that. It was not selected for the actual votes that happened as a referendum for rather obvious reason, but but it was officially shown as, okay, this is one of the entry that someone actually sent in.
Brilliant. See, I'm liking New Zealand even more. That's well done, New Zealand. Whoever that was, kudos completely. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So where do you expect them to be now? Because Blair needs to take a chip off the board. Absolutely has to, or at least get half on, say, the Inquisitor. I can't see anybody going after Vader. Do you go all in and try and take out Vinder? And leave yourself like 20 minutes to try and kill off something else?
It's only 31 points to take off the board with Vinder, but if Vinder has the time to just go around, reload some of the torpedoes, and just come back, then it's game over. So you need to take him out before he gets to shoot again. And there, Vinder probably goes for like, do we have the 3 hard? I think he has the 3 hard. Yeah, 3 hard
Vinder
around the rock.
3 hard. He did a 3 hard and a 3 hard in the last turn. The problem with the Kerax is it can only bank 3. It doesn't have anything else apart from the 1 and 2 hards. So with the board state where it is, where his ships are, he's not going to be doing that. He could maybe do a 2 hard to the left with red and a 3 bank with yellow.
Yeah, something like that.
And then maybe go 3 forward with green now that's been done. So he does do that.
2 hard, and he cures a few leaks.
And gets rid of the fuel leak. So, I applaud that a lot.
Yep,
that's not bad.
2 straight there. Do you go for a roll?
I would
he's going
barrel
for a
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a good shot at Vinder. Vader's not coming around this round. He's out of auto. Shit, what the fuck are it's called? Afterburners. Yes, out of afterburners. So. Oh, and
now, there's a perfect spot for him to either reload.
Yeah, just went for a 2 bank. Yeah, less aggressive.
But he's behind the rock, so anything that's getting shot into him, he's getting an extra dice. So that's kind of handy. Is it worth the reload, or would you just? with
I mean,
one hull left. That's a choice.
yeah, the chance to actually get like red off the board before he gets to shoot, because he could now do a too
I
hard.
mean, you could try.
He could go for a too hard slam that also gives him an extra green die. So like the rock. No, he goes for a reload. Yeah,
Yeah,
which also gives him a disarm.
I think that makes a bit of sense.
Yeah.
Because of the rock, I like that a lot.
So he has 4
G.I.
greens.
Joe. There's his stress by doing a week 2.
Yeah, probably just looking green there. It's gonna be an obstructed shot,
and he can get a shot.
Yeah, and he will just spend a force to get that. Oh, he's probably already range 1 actually, of course.
Yep.
Vader is probably out of range of everything, so could just try for a lock.
Yeah,
or just get focused. Just stay safe. All right. Then we get 2 shots, and it starts with the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, but Vader has absolutely nothing. So a range 1 shot from the Inquisitor through a rock into green. Green has 2 hull left.
3v3.
Let's see what we get. So extra die from the rock. So 3v3.
Pop, pop, pop! As they say.
And
2 crits going through.
All she wrote.
Oh, poor. Oh, that's green.
Green.
That's a toast.
That's toast. Yep, that is toast.
Super toast.
So wounded pilot just before the entire thing explodes with a fuel leak, and sadly for New Zealand, this has now made this almost mission impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, the half point of Vinder are still the only points that are around, sadly. So not great. Oh, red does not have Archon Vinder, so there's a range 3 through the rock with a disarm. So 3, 4, 5 dice.
Yeah, 5.
Unmodded both sides, but 3v5. The math is on Vinder's side. Yeah, especially if
it is with a roll like that, and he barrel rolled. So
oh, blank out takes a crit.
What?
Yeah.
Guess what?
He's looking everywhere for a focus token. He does not have it.
Killed Vinder. So what a trade!
Beautiful there.
2 ships each. This game's just got really interesting with 25 minutes to go, and it was interesting the whole way through.
Oh, naked dice on naked dice. Rolling nothing on 5 green. It's such a, if it feels bad, but it's also a very common experience.
As I said at the start of the show, just because you're range 3 through a rock with all the green dice in the world, green dice are gifts. They will always let you down.
They giveth and they taketh.
And they taketh away. We have 1 shield down on Vader. The Inquisitor, who kind of brushed a bit beside somebody and waved a red lightsaber, is completely untouched. And each Kirax has 4 hull left.
Yeah.
But yellow has got a loose stabilizer that I assume may want to get rid of, but he can't keep going straight.
Not for very. I mean, he can go straight and roll, but that doesn't take him very far for very long.
No, well, I mean, it's to be fair, they only have a 2 straight, which is going to put him onto that rock.
Just goes for it too hard.
He does that. That makes much more sense, and just flips it. Let's get rid of that. I need to be agile, or as agile as a Kirax can be. And going for a target lock on the Vader, that I approve of.
Mm-hmm. Everyone
so much. So there's now both Kiraxes have got target locks. That's good.
Inquisitor is slowly coming around
it's got
there.
The Galactic Radio One, so that's kind of decent.
Vader too hard.
Ooh.
Gonna have to take a focus in the lock. Does he have arc on red?
Very hard to see because of the actual. So, in my opinion,
no,
he does not.
So
I've marked on red.
probably gets a look.
It does on yellow, so
At yellow, yeah, not green.
put the target lock on yellow. It's at least 3 red die
With the mods and everything.
with the mods and everything else, and he is full force, so everything is okay. I don't see Vader taking anything more from the 2 shots here than about 2
Thinking about
damage, so we might get
rolling?
him into hull, but that'll probably be about it.
Yeah, just grabbing the lock there. Onto yellow. Spends a force, get focus. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Absolutely spend.
Oh, he's actually gonna roll somewhere? Why?
Really? Well, maybe to get out of the 4-die attack from red, which would be
I guess,
unobstructed.
yeah.
So now it's 6 dice, not 7. He still has yellow in arc, so not so bad. But has left himself only the 1 force. So
Yeah. All right. So 3v3 there, because that's, I mean, getting out of red is also getting out of range 2 on yellow. And it was 3 damage to put onto yellow to kill him. Spends the last force.
it is. So he can fire control the focus.
Nah, I just spends the force.
Just spends the force.
2 crits going
We'll hit
onto
the
yellow.
2 crits. The 2 crits go through.
Might kill him,
so
but
that's
we
half
know there's
onto yellow.
a lot of direct hits that are already off the table.
Structural damage is the first.
Blinded pilot,
and
that's
blinded
not
pilot.
dead.
1 hull left on yellow. Can yellow take a massive return shot in revenge?
Well, he
Obviously,
won't
that's
be able
what's
to.
going to happen. He's so concentrating on getting 3 more crits again that
Yeah.
he's taken 2 of his own.
But there, of course, there won't be the green lock won't be used because of the blinded.
Correct.
All right, first shot, range 2, rolls nothing, has a lock that he can use.
Yeah, absolutely spend that lock.
Oh, only 1 crit.
Only 1. I think
Vader
statistically you
should
should be getting at least 1 evade.
be He's good.
Ends up making a mockery of that and gets 2.
And then range 3 from yellow. 3 dice versus 4. No mods available. He's going to roll 3 crits, isn't he?
Oh, 3 crits is easy.
Nearly.
Well, that's well done. You deserve that.
Oh, and that's just going to be
that, though.
no problem.
That's
Focus
so
laying
mean.
around. The Dark Lord of the Sith just... Nah. Something happened?
He is still one of the best pilots in the game.
Yeah.
Any pilot that has 3 force, so like Anakin and Obi-Wan and Vader, they're so hard to kill.
Yeah, they are. Or alternatively, hard not to die from. All right, we get to the next round. We're going to see the Inquisitor probably getting back in the fight there. Vader probably going for some slowish maneuver.
Well, as I said, the Kerax can only really do like a 1 or a 2 bank, so I would assume Red will do a 1 bank to see where Vader goes.
Yeah.
The Kerax could do a 3 and see if that blocks Vader if he decides to do a bank maneuver himself. That could happen, which would set up a nice range 1 shot.
Oh, that's when you would really like a sloop on Vader. Like sloop right there.
This is where you would love a sloop on Vader. I can genuinely see the Inquisitor kind of coming around with like a 2 bank if he's going to come into the fight and come through the rocks and try and get in behind the Keraxes. Where Vader's going to be the most interesting maneuver, but he's decided where he's going to be. So
the Inquisitor does have the 3 hard. Oh no! Clips the rock. Oh
no!
That's not what you want to see.
Oh,
no damage.
Hooray!
No damage.
I'm delighted for him.
Oof. Still doesn't get to fix any of the crits.
And there's the 2 that I thought he would probably do to see if he can get a shot on Vader, but I genuinely think if Vader has any sense at all, he has just disappeared off. And no matter what happens, even if he bumps into red, it's no shots. Ooh.
Rolling there. Yeah, but there's the risk of bumping into yellow and actually getting a murderous shot into red. We'll see what happens. Right.
So there we go. There is the 2 coming down through. The closest point will be obstructed because it's at the top left of the red Kirax, and yellow will always be obstructed.
I think the Inquisitor and red are parallel to each other. So you can be chosen not to be.
So the closest point for the Inquisitor is the bottom point, and the closest point to the Inquisitor is the top point of the Kirax. So I'm going to say it's Yeah, oh dear.
Oh,
Happy Vader has went the wrong way.
Yeah, and he does not have any afterburners anymore.
No, he does not. So this is going to be interesting. Tries to make sure that the red one is not range 1 that it was. And spends his final force to take a focus with no shot.
And there, yeah, parallel the 2 ships, so can be chosen not to be obstructed. Spend the force to take it as a range 1 attack. 3
Absolutely.
versus 2.
That's why the Grand Inquisitor is probably the best B1 pilot in here.
And spends the last force for hit, crit.
Force.
And that's, I think... Oh, just a crit on red?
Brilliant! Natty's back! That's... Oh, dear.
He put them on the wrong ship. Oh, did he shoot at... Then there wasn't enough dice. What the hell just happened?
That is not enough dice. Correct. That is not enough dice.
Oh no, structural damage. Structural damage.
And that's exactly the right dice.
Then it's all good.
I have to say that 3 dice with only 1 hit is below average, and Vader have been
skipping through
above average all game. Yeah, this game is. I don't want to say it's over.
Yeah, both
4 hull left and 1 Kirax.
And both Vader and the Grand Inquisitor are no, Vader lost a shield at some point, according to the...
He did. Early on, the first or second turn, he lost a shield. But is absolutely fine.
I just want to say hello to the 22 people watching X-Wing at... well, I was going to say so early in the morning, but it might be evening.
Early o'clock is what I would say. It's early o'clock. Unless, of course, you live in New Zealand, and then it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. This is just a normal
evening. It's
perfectly
normal to be watching X-Wing or playing X-Wing at this time.
Yeah.
Not really in not so sunny Belfast at 8:30 in the morning. But could be. I am literally more addicted to this than I have been in any tournament since going to Worlds. So, things are good. Are we 1 bank to the left from the Inquisitor and try and snapshot off something here in the red? Because red has to keep guns on target. And if he goes any bank, he's going to land on that rock and not shoot. So...
Yeah, pretty much. I think the 3 bank
well, maybe the 2 bank could get him over, but...
anything fast. Like 1 bank probably ends on the rock. The other banks are fine.
Yeah. But then...
The exact opposite of the Inquisitor.
It's not the best position for Blair.
Yeah, do you Talon roll with Vader there? Just... get 2 shots.
Well, Vader can do the 4K as well.
Oh, the 4K. Yeah, the 4K. Yeah.
So that gives him a little bit of extra for the stress. So
a bit more space there.
It's interesting. It's an interesting choice.
Choose traits. Probably grab the focus.
The other one's a 3 Talon. So
going for the lock.
Of course, and I think that's good. The problem is that Inquisitor move was the only move that he was ever going to do, and take a target lock, and then spend his force for 3. And I want to see if he is doing it. No, he went for the 3.
I'm just gonna barrel out of the shots.
Barrel roll away
to the left there. Get a lock. Yeah. No problem.
Easy peasy. So, sadly for New Zealand, Blair does not have a shot. Good news for New Zealand, neither does Vader. But
Vader spends the force for a target lock for later.
Absolutely. And let's see if we even need it for later, because
that's range.
This
One shot there, 3v3 with a lock and 1 force to back it up.
Yeah.
He needs 4 damage to kill red, so it's...
Yeah, so red's alive regardless of the natty roll that has just happened, because there aren't any crits.
Oh, taking 3 down to 1 for red. Nothing he can do. He took a lock, not a focus. Ooh.
I actually have my hand over my mouth. I mean, it's
keeps on being brutal. We are back to dials. Only 1 hole left on poor Mr. Red. Doesn't really have much options. Go for too hard or something, but then Inquisitor can just sloop around. He has 2 force, already has the lock. Yeah, probably a 2 sloop on the Inquisitor. Just make sure that you have the target.
you know, it's he can again, just like the X1, he's got 4. Not so sure I like the 2. It's kind of close depending on which one that he goes into, because then his next move, if he talons to the right, he's going to be in there.
Taloning there.
That is the best move for Blair. That I applaud.
Yeah, pretty much the only way
if
to...
I was the Inquisitor, I would have
shot.
done the 4K here. It's safe as houses.
Yeah.
He's not going to go anywhere.
No, just banking.
Or you could just do that. Complete violence.
Face to face.
I'm gonna make a wild prediction here.
Hello there.
Right. I think this is going to be the last round.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it might be.
There's already a lock on the Kirak, so that's going to be a range 1 shot from the Inquisitor with... taking the evade, like being... just in case.
Okay.
I mean...
Well, I mean, he does have his 2 force. Yeah. There's Vader with his 3 talent, and yeah. I am now officially going to say with 10 minutes to go, we won't get to 9 minutes to go.
No.
We're not hitting that.
3v2, no defensive mod, and Vader has a lock and 1 force.
So there's 2. That's enough.
And hit it crits
with FCS.
That's it.
Hits it to that.
That's game. The Inquisitor doesn't even need to clean up. Oof, and blank. Oh
dear.
Pop. 200 to 62 final score. What brutal game. Like, the red dice went absolutely insane in the beginning with things popping out left and right. Just look at the number of cards on Blair's side of the table. It's absolute madness.
I think he's got about 4 cards left in his damage deck.
Yeah, this is probably not very much more. If I change color, I can actually check that. And
he has
7 cards left. Yeah, and he only had 4 ships. It seems that one of the players has already left the table. I think it's Dmytro. Probably needs to go to work.
Probably. But that was some game. And, you know, there's an awful lot of people went, if you're flying Empire in the XTC, make it sort of beefy. Have a 5-ship list. Do like a swarmy thing. There's been an awful lot. Not too many aces, either for the First Order or the Galactic Empire, but when it's flowing well and your dice are as good as Dmytro's dice were, like it's apologies Blair and apologies New Zealand, but you got diced.
You got a bit diced, and I mean it was very nice flying from Dmytro there.
And to be fair, Blair did not do that much wrong.
No, not much
Not
mistake.
really.
Just
he can hold his head high. He didn't do anything really wrong. I think losing C4 in the very first shot might have rocked him a wee bit, but
Yeah, I mean,
still pretty good.
It's hard to lose your guy that's supposed to jam and to negate all the locks from the other side, and then that doesn't work out.
And then for him to go straight away, that's unfortunate because he is a critical piece in that 5-ship list. And Torgal, who did get a couple of people at 0, didn't last much longer.
Nope. All right, I will stop the stream. I will thank everyone for watching, all the 24 people that are here. Thanks for watching. And so, Simon, you have a stream tonight, if I recall.
I do. It's Ireland versus Croatia. It's on the Tauntaun Squadron on YouTube, and you can find all the links on the xtc.space website. You're more than welcome.
And look at the calendar for all the other streams. I think that there's actually quite a few streams today. All right.
There's quite a few games today.
Yep. Thanks, everyone, and see you around.